Okay, so the process, get the apples picked, doing the math, figuring end result will be about 3 gallons of cider per bushel, depending on the apples. And we try to mix them. So you get the recommended University of Minnesota blend is some tart, some sweet, and then some tangy or crisp. You try to blend what you have.
So you don't use like just one certain kind of apple to make?
No, it's like many other things. Your best is a blend. And we're fortunate enough to have an old orchard with different kinds of trees, so we can do that.
Yes, then.
As soon as I just say that, I will tell you, you can break your own rules, and this cider is all at the early apples. It's not quite as tasty as it will be later in the season, but it's not bad, right?
It tastes pretty darn good to me.
It's a sweet early apple.
Okay.
And we have them and they don't keep, so we press 50 gallons out of them. And, people are satisfied. You'll notice as the season, this blend will be a little bit more intense flavorful. But like I said, not bad. It's
very good.
Early season.
I think not bad's a little downplay.
Okay. But anyway, so the ideal ratio is mixing. At least 3 types. Some sweet, some tart and tangy. So that's what we're doing today, is a mix. 3 gallons per bushel, so then the press, the beautiful German-made stainless steel press that the Integrated Kitchen has purchased, which does the work that we guided to, holds about 7.5 bushels.
Wow.
So then we're looking at, 21 gallons. So then we're planning to do that about 8 times. So it's going to be a
This is your first batch that you're just starting right now.
We're just starting today. We've done this early season batch, and we did 50 gallons. So that was nothing compared to what today will be.
No, I was just talking today when I arrived.
Just getting started. Just getting
Yep.
started. So you bring your apples in, and there's a grinder, stainless steel grinder that goes with the press operation. And you pick and sort along the way. We never pick apples off the ground. And you have enough apples, you certainly don't want to or need to. You stay with your clean good. You're trying to stay cleanly in the process all the way along. So then now as they bring those fairly clean apples in, we're picking and sorting again through them and then grinding the apples into mush, pressing it, and the beautiful juice will be coming out the bottom of the press. Then it's put into pans on top of the big gas range in the kitchen and pasteurized up to the amount that the University of Minnesota says.
Good key. So what do you mean by pasteurized?
Heated.
Okay,
food.
that is what that
Heated
is.
food.
Okay.
So many people making in their own homes don't pasteurize. And apples in general are acidic, so it's not one of the real dangerous foods. But when you're preparing commercially for the public, it's just a decision we've made and a process that we consulted on, and this is the process we use. Pasteurizing so that we are 100% sure it's safe. And so then we do that, heat it.
Let me back up one second. You mentioned the University of Minnesota.
Right.
So do they have like information online or books, or where do you get that information from the university?
Well, it's a long-standing tradition that the University of Minnesota has their extension division, which has a wealth of information. They actually began in their olden days as an ag-based university, and they expanded into all their other tremendous fields from there. So if we go back to their origin, they're us. They're for small and large farmers, and they have consultants and people. Our friend Kathy Rager, I say our friend, all of our friends.
Yes, she
She's
is.
out there advocating for all of us. Happens to be the director of regional sustainable development in the ag field statewide. Lives in our county.
Yes, she does.
So aren't we just lucky?
We are.
Some experts out here.
We
So
are.
when you have friends who are experts, they help with the networking a little bit.
They do.
If you have any questions, Kathy probably knows where to get them answered.
Yes.
So, and it is nice to be able to have that assurance to say, I probably pull that one out every now and then when I'm trying to assure people that it's a safe, clean product that we're really proud of. They'll say, how did you decide this? How do you know this? And I'll say, well, our University of Minnesota consultant says, because it's that simple.
Yes.
They're there for you.
Yes.
Probably don't talk often, but once you've got the process down and you feel someone who knew more than you did to start with, and you're confident with the process. So that's enough about that.
Okay.
The pasteurizing, and then we cool the cider down. And overall, this is called a small batch process. And still, every step is very important, and we're doing it commercially, but it's still called a small batch cider process.
It looks big to me. So.
Well, if you're a home juicer, it's a big day if you've made a gallon or two.
Okay.
So then we would be to step up. Today we're shooting to have 160 gallons.
Wow. Okay.
But if you're, a large manufacturer, one of the big food guys, we would be considered a very small batch processor. So we don't do other people. We just do. We get that question once in a while. Can you press our apples? Can we do that? Well, just to keep it where we want to be, which is clean and natural, and the orchard has not had any spray in for many, many years.
Awesome.
All chemical free. So you have to set your standard and stay there. So
Yes.
we do just use apples from our own orchard. So then when the cider is cooled, we have a food safe barrel that it gives us an opportunity to blend. So we might put 5 or 6 pots into that blend and let it blend, and then fill our jugs from that. Label, let it cool off a little bit more, and then put it in Brent's freezer in the back. Okay,
Okay then.
that's the process. Sold at Bonnie's in Clinton, Bonnie's Hometown Grocery. Sold at the Greenery Food Co-op in Ortonville. Sold from the back freezer of the Inadvertent Cafe, which are all 3 commercial places. Prairie Roots Organic Food Co-op has been a very excellent supporter and buyer from us over the short years we've been doing this in the Moorhead area, Fargo Moorhead area.
Okay, so that's where you go to that huge farmer's market outside?
100-mile market. Yeah,
Yes.
That's so exciting. It's
Yes.
really fun. It's the week of
I keep
Thanksgiving.
thinking I want to get up there for
I'd
that.
enjoy that.
Yes.
That's our big town day. So
Big town day.
Charlie's a Concordia graduate, and so he enjoys getting back up there for that connection.
Yes.
And then the 100-mile market, 100-mile Thanksgiving market, it's called, put together by Gretchen Harvey, who is a professor of sustainability on the campus. And she has a lot of help too. Prairie Roots Organic Food Co-op works together, but it's kind of a Thanksgiving gathering for all the small growers. You can buy honey, potatoes, plants, grains.
What a fun day. I imagine they have things set up so you can come and just enjoy the day while you shop.
Yeah, it's short. It's 3 to 6, one day.
Oh, wow. I thought it was like at least a full day, if not 2.
Oh, no, you sell out. And
Yeah.
people are aware and they're ready to come and shop for whether they're buying apples or cider or, I bought an organic turkey there last year from Maureen Thomas from Doubting Thomas Farms. And, you just don't know what you're missing sometimes. That turkey had so much meat on it that I continued to make things. So anyway, it's just beautiful products. Beautiful, good microgreens, wreaths, and some beautiful, gorgeous wreaths there from homegrown pine boughs. So it just doesn't stop. So it's just really a beautiful shopping experience.
And all of
You don't
that
have to put all this on.
No, I'll be just kind of
going on.
But that's all between 3 and 6.
Yes.
Wow.
Well, and again, possibly you build your customer base. Sometimes orders ahead.
Okay.
I'll have a few orders ahead for cider. I have 1 order for 5 and 1 for 6 already.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
people use it as a pickup spot, and that's all good because you don't have all the extra miles then. And
Right.
I know Noreen takes orders ahead for the turkeys and things like that. So.
There was a bus tour through here recently. There was a group of farmers that made a trek around and they stopped in Big Stone County. Who was that and what was that?
That was put together by Noreen Thomas of Doubting Thomas Farms. They grow organic alfalfa fields, oats, and mushrooms, just some great products up there. And she invites people, generally from the Fargo-Moorhead area, to get on the bus tour, and they go to different parts of the state, just because they're interested in what's happening in small venues. And so they came down here, they were anxious to see the Inadvertent Cafe and had breakfast there, and they were anxious to see the small batch cider pressing, Hillside Farms. They left there and went down to our orchard, and you know what we take for granted, being able to pick apples on the bluff and looking out over the lake. They're like going, oh.
Yes.
So that was really fun to host them. They went down to the Apple Cove on the next orchard, visited there. They went to a dairy in Millbank. They had quite a schedule and had to rush home that night. But
yes, I heard about it. I wasn't here to see, but I heard that it was quite a group.
It was a great group, and they were very interested in buying products. And our stuff, they were particularly interested in the Macintosh apples, which in our orchard are one of the oldest mainstay, but they've moved from that to vintage.
To vintage?
To vintage, because the newer orchards don't plant them anymore.
Really?
They've moved on to Honeycrisp and the names that, it's designer world too.
That's a staple though. How does that move to vintage and no?
Maybe I'm not sure.
Okay, we'll get back to that.
That's what they were,
staple.
That's what they were really after, because they weren't seeing them in the organic market at all.
Okay.
As the orchards move into the new apples that people are asking for, they don't plant the older name trees anymore.
Okay.
And there's still some out there, but it's a trend, you know, so they had.
I didn't know apples had a trend.
There's new varieties all the time.
Well, I do know Honeycrisp.
Yeah. And we have a few Honeycrisp in the orchard, so that tree was introduced in the mid-90s.
Okay.
So,
and that was here in Minnesota, wasn't it?
yes, at the university.
At the University of Minnesota.
They've come out with a lot of apples.
Yes.
So, on that little trip, it was a fun group to have. Many of the growers from the Fargo-Moorhead area, they're only 2 hours away, so they consider us local. They really do. And we're the same with them. You know, we can learn from each other.
Yes.
And the chef from Hotel Donaldson was along and purchased apples, and that was fun to be able to know that apples would be used in their preparations, and they seek that out. They're very happy to use local. In fact, our friend Karsten, our young friend Karsten, who works at Doubting Thomas Farms, if you check the menu at Hodo, you can order a beautiful risotto dish with his mushrooms in, and they fine print what mushrooms provided by Doubting Thomas Farm. Karsten Thomas. Yeah. So they really do it up right.
Yes, they do.
Okay. So anyway, yeah, that was a good group. You know, good way to get the orchard room cleaned and everything in order. You know, it's like company was coming.
That's when we do it.
We did. We need a tour group again this year. It looks like. So pretty much just the process is, you know, the picking, the pressing. Over Labor Day, we did have a family work crew and did some pruning of dead branches and picking up between the 2 sections of our old orchard. Last year,
I think I saw a post on that. Was Trish Kramer out there helping?
she's been out helping me pick a few times, just for exercise. So, that's really
She's always
nice.
busy doing something.
She is. I think she's been out 3 or 4 times. You know, one day I have to finally ask her, I'll say, so like, are you good for another 8 or 10 bushels, or like, do you need to go home? And she'll say, oh, I can go again, or I need to get home. You gotta tell me, because it's orchard season.
Yes.
And, you know, I'll more than likely take you home and come back tonight. Well, that's the beauty of it. It doesn't last forever. So,
yes. Yeah, you know there's an end coming.
Yeah, there's an end. So you just get to do this little farming thing, and then winter comes.
Yes.
I'm happy to help, and it's kind of a labor of love in a sense, but you know, it's something that is there for you, and It almost just seems a shame to not do it, because God gives you the fruit. He says now it's up to you what you're going to do with it.
Yes, yes.
And the pieces did align. And we wouldn't do this if the kitchens weren't offered and the press had been bought by Grant. And so things do have to align. Stars, right?
Yes, the stars align. Brent making the stars align.
Yeah. He probably wouldn't want that credit, but he's not afraid to help people out and get their stars in line.
Right, right.
He's working on a few things. He's got a few things going on in his world, trying to, for the greater good.